Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello. I'm probably gonna have to push these shows back even a little further because I'm fasting. This is Ramadan, and the breaking of my fast and my salah, the time moves and it's moving back. This is why I did not start the show at 5:30, because during Ramadan I cannot start the show at 5:30. So I'll likely be readjusting the times as Ramadan goes. It's likely going to be, I thought about even making it early, but I don't know about that. Because my day is still my day, fasting or not. So I'll likely I hate when the lipstick don't be, anyway. I'll likely be just adjusting the time and just sort of letting y'all know letting y'all know as the time goes on. But I don't mind this question. It's a valid question. Thank you for the early contributions. Ty Boxing said these hyenas don't realize Meg has security. Regular women trying to emulate don't and risk consequences. Thank you, Miss Mia said thank you for your time. And thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so I don't know how long this is going to be. But I'm sorry, I got a couple of things on my mind, personal things. Anyway, Sherri Shepherd had a few things to say about these award shows lately and how these women are showing up in these award shows. And the sisterhood never likes any kind of no, I don't even know if I want to call it correction, what she did. She just voiced her opinion, and she wasn't wrong. She didn't say anything wrong. Y'all see how this woman done showed up with her titties out? Ma'am, you showed up with your titties out, ma'am. Kanye West's wife done showed up flat out naked. Which I'm not even going to get into what I think going on with Kanye West and his wife. Because if she not a MK Ultra sex kitten slave, I don't know what she is. But anyway, This is what, and there's a few parts. This is what Miss Sherri had to say.
Fully, you could see everything. Zoe Kravitz graced us with her butt crack. You could see everything. Megan Thee Stallion wore a dark green gown with only matching green pasties to cover up her breasts. And so this is where I have to put my Auntie Sherri wig on. And I say this with all of the love that I have. Ladies, this is not it. And I say this because there are young women, young girls who are looking up to all of you. All of you. And like, you're going to have these young girls, these young ladies emulating you. And you remember when your grandmother would tell you, let them use their imaginations, be a little mysterious. But you know, when they look at these girls, they don't have any secrets. Nobody gets to use imagination or their mind. And I want to say, Megan Thee Stallion, this was fully, you could see everything. I love you. I do. But I'm so upset because God gave you a legitimate gift. You got it. You are amazing with your lyrical rhymes and how smart you are. And I know people, a lot of these celebrities, they say they don't want to be a role model. But here's the thing. It comes with the territory, being a role model. You can't escape it. Because Megan, when you said you graduated from college, do you know how many young girls you inspired to go to school also? You didn't ask for that. You didn't ask for that, but they were watching you. And I know people say, well, you know, Lil' Kim did it. But I remember when I saw it, I was like, why is she doing that? Like, she doesn't have to do that because she's so talented. And I know.
I'm going to pause it right here. Because Miss Shepherd is not lying. I'm tired of a couple of things. These are not the role models. I know y'all hyenas ain't talking about the little kids. Nobody's responsible for raising little kids. Y'all, as grown, funky women, follow up behind them. So what is a young girl supposed to do? Y'all get right on this internet and congratulate and help perpetuate all these celebrity hoish behaviors. You just as grown as anything, supposedly, at least chronologically. And you try to emulate your whole entire life behind what these celebrities is doing and talking about. So how dare you talk about what they not asking to be nobody's role model? They your role model. They're your role model, idiot. You running around here trying to look like Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion and this one and that one. You putting up just as many clicks and views for when Sexy Red twerk as the men do, if not more. And got the audacity to try to say, like, you know, it's the parents' job to make sure that the children don't. I don't care what kind of parents you have. Popular culture is popular culture. And children and teenagers are going to be swayed by the things that they see on TV. At this point, the things that they see on the internet and things of that nature. You can be the best two parents that you want to be. You are not the only influence in your child's life, no matter how you try to be that. Or if you try to be the biggest influence. They gonna hear something or see something somewhere else that you didn't teach them to do. And they gonna try to emulate that at some level. But y'all are the ones that be having the 5-6-year-old girls twerking to Sexy Red songs at little birthday parties. When they should be, you know what I'm saying, watching Frozen and jumping in the jumpy house at the little birthday party. They supposed to be jumping in the little jumpy house. You got them in the house twerking because this the music you listen to on blast with the kids there. You don't raise them worth of nothing, but they supposed to not have the influence from outside. The best parents struggle. I'm getting so sick of y'all hyenas trying to. Then you want to say somebody hating? Ain't nobody hating on these hoes.
I know Megan as an artist, you get a little raunchy. I didn't heard WAP and body yada yada. But I also say, and I listen to those songs too, but I also say, to whom much is, I love you. I do. But I'm so upset because God gave you a legitimate gift. You got it. You are amazing with your lyrical rhymes and how smart you are. And I know people, a lot of these celebrities, they say they don't want to be a role model. But here's the thing. It comes with the territory, being a role model. You can't escape it because, Megan, when you said you graduated from college, do you know how many young girls you inspired, given much is required? And if you say, well, how do I know that these young girls are looking up to you? Because they look up to me too. And I get more girls coming up to me, young girls saying, Miss Sherri, I want to be a talk show host, or I want my own talk show, or I want to be an actress. I want to do what you do. So they are watching. And I'm not trying to shame anybody. I'm just concerned where all this is going. I said it before when I talked about Kanye's wife, who went to the Grammys last month, and she took off her coat and had nothing on. It literally, it wasn't just her cookie jar. We saw cakes and croissants too when she was standing there. But the one thing I would say is she looked very uncomfortable. At the end of the day, if you look at his wife, she looked, Bianca Cinciori or something like that. She looked really uncomfortable to be, because you're standing in front of a bunch of men who are watching it. And this is what I said, we have to think given much is required. And if you say, well, how do I know that these about our future? And all y'all who are sitting out there, these young girls that are emulating you, they don't have security around them. So they're emulating you and they go to these parties and something tragic could happen. These are our future, these young women and these young men. I'm going to get off my soapbox. I love all of y'all, but Auntie Sherri has spoken. And that's the thing. You ain't got to go dressing like a, I don't want to call out. You don't have to, dress down to your ankle. Willie made me wear this long dress. But, I'm just saying, just think about it when you're putting on this stuff. Like, who am I influencing? Who's going to be watching me? You never know. You never know. So that's it. Off my soapbox. Think about our future.
We got a major problem. We got a major problem. We can't hear it from nobody. We can't hear it from nobody. All that happened just now is that it reiterated what I be saying. This is why I don't try to save hyenas. Because it doesn't matter how you approach them. I say what I said it before and I'll say it again. I say what I say. so that the lionesses who might be lost or don't know what's going on can figure it out, to try to give them some kind of way, tools, a light at the end of the tunnel, so that they can do what they need to do to heal themselves or what have you. Because whenever anybody speak on it at all, whether you regard the woman that's speaking on it as a lioness, she not a lioness, she another hyena too, whatever the case may be, you know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And it's like we can't win for losing. We can't win for losing. If you take a look at some of the comments, it's not a celebrity's responsibility to be a role model to children, especially if children aren't their target audience. Y'all forget they got parents and a whole family, a village. We so dumb. Why do I say that that's dumb? Because anybody that is a public figure, you have a responsibility, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. You are responsible for what you put out here in this world. I don't care nothing about you trying to say you not no role model and you not here to do this and do that. When you want to be a public figure, millions of people don't know who I am. I can barely scratch 120,000 subscribers. But even so, right now, 542 people are tuned in to this live stream. I have a responsibility for what I say. We the dumbest people in the world. So you don't got no responsibility. When you get up somewhere and be public, you're a public figure, whether you're a celebrity or not, it don't matter. You getting up in front of people to represent something, whatever it is. Then you have a responsibility about what you say. I cannot get up here and just be reckless. And then when the consequences come, I never told y'all I was a role model. Yeah, but you know who you really gotta be accountable to? Allah. On the day of judgment, I have to be responsible and accountable to Allah for this show that I put on every day, that I've been putting on for years now. I have to answer to him for everything I say here. This is why you will see me sometimes pause real long and I think about what I'm about to say and should I say it. And it's not perfect by any means, because I have gotten up here and said some things that I'm not proud of to have said. I have gotten on this internet and not had my shiniest moment. And I accept that. I'm accountable for that. But I don't get to be here and be on this internet every day, showing up on camera with my whole face in the camera, my voice reach out to however many thousands of people it reach out to, and then I get to say that I'm not responsible for the words that come out of my mouth. Yes, I am. I'm responsible as a content creator. I'm responsible as a woman. I'm responsible as a Muslim. I'm responsible as my husband's wife. I represent many things. And I just pray every day that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm saying the right thing. That's why I don't get up here and lie to people and get up here and, you know what I'm saying, just say anything. Anything to get a like, a view, anything to get a click. You made this choice. I make this choice every day to get on here. I cannot do this. Not only did I make the choice to make content on the internet, I was promoting myself. I was trying to get the numbers. You chose a profession that you knew was going to put you in the spotlight if you were even marginally successful at it. And the more people listen to me, the more responsibility I have. I don't get to wash my hands of it. It's stuff out here with my name on it. This is why I gotta watch who you co-sign and watch who you be around, and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, because I'm responsible for that. People have a view of it, a certain view of it. They got a certain view of me, whether it's positive or negative. I'm so frustrated with us and how we think. We do things so backwards. And then we don't want none of the consequences of none of the choices that we make. And then we don't even want nobody to come and have no common sense about nothing. That's why don't no good come to us. Hey, Dennis, the good brother. Dennis coming to bless us with his presence. How you doing, sweetheart? And thank you so much. That Crimson Cure is the truth. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I might as well get to the rest of these. Thank you, Mogul, for your contribution. Thank you, guys. So take care of yourself, Miss Crimson. Rest if you need to. Thank you, Pharaoh. So they want OF and WAP as trades. Degenerates need to know a society goes on higher as women, but men must lead and be a foundation. And thank you once again. When you're a public figure, you're a public influence. And of course, thank you again, Dennis. Because the level of responsibility is so heavy, I have thought many times about stopping this show. Y'all don't understand. I be thinking about that sometime, like, man, because it is a sense of responsibility. Gotta watch what you say. And it's not about watching what you say to make sure people like you or don't like you. That's not my concern. My concern is to make sure that I'm being the best representation of myself. And there have been times in the past where I wasn't necessarily. But I also didn't have 1,000 plus people watching me either. No excuse, but I'm just saying. And the more people, the more responsible I needed to be. This is why they call content creators influencers, because you influence people. Whether negatively or positively, I hope positively. And Miss Sherri has done some things. It's like, girl, Sherri, what? But she right about this. She right about this. Whatever else she would have been wrong about, she right about this. And I'm the type of person, I'll take truth where it come from. I know how to eat the meat and spit out the bones. We too lost, man. We too. After these messages, we'll be right back. So I need you guys to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you want your skin to look and smell its absolute best, be smooth and silky and not ashy, then you have to click the link at ashkicking.com. Once again, that link is pinned to the top of the chat. Please use your 10% discount promo code Crimson at checkout if this is going to be your first order. Once again, the link is ashkicking.com and it is pinned to the top of the chat. Everybody can have an opinion except a woman that talk with some type of sense. They'll listen to Sherri as long as she's saying whatever the sisterhood say. Soon as she say, kind of cover up yourself a little bit, y'all don't got to do that, and they don't, then here we go. This is why so many people think hoes is winning. I agree that we need to bring back shame, but it's going to be a long time until hyenas is actually shamed. Because right now, this is the climate for them, unfortunately. And it's dying, but not fast enough. So I get frustrated with the responses, even though I know what the responses are going to be. I know people ain't going to like it, and, hyenas going to talk crazy about it, and, all these other things. Like, I know all of that. It don't surprise me. It just disgusts me. Not surprised, I'm disgusted. And people so quick to think that this is about women trying that speak out about stuff like this, trying to be perfect. I'm one of the most imperfect people that you will ever meet. I don't claim to be perfect. I ain't never told nobody I was. But it's also not about that. It's about trying to be a functional, decent woman. Roddy, I've been delving deep into that this Ramadan. When you read your Bible or you read your Quran, and when we start reading about the children of Israel, and mind you, God don't got nothing good to say about them. Mind you, all that chosen people stuff, we are the descendants of those people. We are the descendants of them. I don't really agree with some of what the Hebrew Israelites believe. But when they say, we are the descendants of the Israelites, I don't take that for a religious, spiritual thing, but it is a lineage truth. It's a truth about the lineage. The lineage is real. They got that part right. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that how many thousands of years have God been trying to lead us and talk to us? And we strive against it. We work against it. We work against it all the time, every time, all the time. None but a few. It's always just a handful that can figure it out. And just it ain't even about figuring it out. It's about just submitting. Just submit. Just submit. It's as simple as that. Just submit. All you gotta do. Won't do it. Just hard-headed. Just hard-headed. Just hard-headed. Complain about the condition and work against the cure. Complain about being sick and mad at the medicine. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. It's unbelievable. When Allah say he gonna feel hell with a bunch of folk, I can see that, unfortunately. I just pray that me and my family is not among them. I beg Allah that we are not among them. I don't mean to turn these shows into a spiritual study necessarily, but it is a spiritual issue. That's why the conversations turn to that. Because no matter what religious or spiritual doctrine or what have you that you follow, we all can pretty much agree that this is more a spiritual thing than anything. And the fact that we don't address ourselves from a spiritual standpoint is the reason why everything else keep going left all the time. Because you can't go right if you don't address the spiritual thing. You can't. How you gonna be right if you ain't get right? Like Lauryn Hill said, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? How? If you can't. You cannot. You cannot. Allah even expresses that in the Quran in those terms. He calls the people who are disobedient, the disbeliever, the hypocrite, the person who he calls those the losers. They're the losers. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتوصوا بالحق وتوصوا بالصبر. By the token of time, والعصر, by the token of time, by time, Allah is swearing an oath, by time. إن الإنسان لفي خسر. Verily, verily, insan, mankind, insan lafi khusr, is in a state of loss. Lost. Lost. The losers. Mankind is in a state of loss. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, except for those who have faith. آمَنُوا. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and perform good, righteous deeds. That's who's not in loss. Those who have faith and perform righteous, good deeds. وَتَوَصَّوْا بِالْحَقِّ, those who have or practice the truth. Those who believe on, have, or practice the truth. وَتَوَصَّوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, and those who have or practice patience. So according to Allah, in order to not be among those who are lost, you need faith in Allah, good deeds to go with that faith, because faith without works is dead. You need to dwell in the truth and have patience. I'm gonna go. Um, I'm gonna get on about it here. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye bye, Crimson.